Capture. Want to do the honors? Hey, what's up, guys? HookahBros here, coming at you with another review. This time is of a haze flavor. Our local smoke shop, Matty Bella, started carrying haze. We're pretty excited about it because pretty much every flavor we've tried has met, if not exceeded, our expectations. Like I said, we're smoking Rose. I don't believe the container is in here, so we're a little unprepared for the video, but Nathan is going to go get it. So, on that note, basically the reason we bought Rose is because we're big fans of Al Fakher's Rose. It's a regular smoke for myself. It's a popular flavor for Nate, along with Jay. So we decided that since we like that so much, we're going to try Haze's because we've been impressed with Haze's flavors lately. So I went ahead and I only picked up a 50-gram tin, and it cost me about $6. Wasn't really too bad. Of course, I smelled it before I bought it. Our smoke shop is cool with that. It smells just like Al Fakher's Rose, maybe a little bit sweeter actually. As you can tell, it's not exactly like an Al Fakher cut either. It's more along the lines of a Starbuzz. It's not as juicy as a Fantasia.
Yeah, the dye and... not that every shisha's dyed, but most of them are. The dye and cut is really similar to Starbuzz.
So we cracked her open, packed up the bowl. We're using a funnel bowl, a homemade gettered out wind cover made from aluminum foil. Sometimes it's the basics that work the best. Regular setup, as usual for those of you who watch this, KM hookah. You know, the basics. Filled with water, no additives, no milk or ice or anything like that. Just having a good smoke. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to blow some clouds for you, and then we're going to start describing tastes, flavors, smells, aromas, all the fantastic things that make you such a hookah lover.
It's, the flavor's died down a little bit at this point, but it's still very prominent.
In the flavors defense, we've actually been smoking the same bowl now for about half an hour. 3 Coconeros, and like he said, the flavor is starting to die down, but literally just now. We've been smoking it non-stop for the last half hour. It's not like we've taken any breaks. The flavor had lasted this long. As you can plainly tell, we're still getting our decent, full, fluffy clouds. Nathan, what do you think about the smell when you open the container?
Let's see. Now, in comparison to, we're going to compare it to Al Fakher's Rose and Starbuzz because we've had both of them.
And we feel that we feel as Al Fakher fans ourselves that the Al Fakher Rose is the primary leader in the Rose flavor. Now, you are, of course, your own judge of that, and of course, you have your own opinions, but we feel like the Al Fakher Rose is the godfather of our Rose flavor. So, I'm going to let him continue.
But, like I was saying, Al Fakher's Rose, first of all, we'll go over that. When I open up a pack of Al Fakher's Rose, it's obviously rose, scented, smelled, even sort of dyed. And it's in my face, and it's not overly floral, and I like that from the smell. And even when I smoke Al Fakher's Rose, for example, it's obviously a floral flavor, but it's got this nice happy medium of not being overwhelming and disgusting like you're smoking a perfume or something, which is what I like the most about it. And it's strong, and it stays there, and I can smoke almost an hour, maybe more, and still have that flavor in my clouds. Now with Starbuzz's Rose, for example, like I said, same cut and dye, so similar to Haze. We got a nice rose flavor, but that flavor died out very, very fast, and you could dramatically tell that the flavor got more and more subtle. And that has kind of shunned us away from smoking that particular flavor from Starbuzz. And rumor has it that Starbuzz is kind of going downhill in terms of how much quality they're putting into their shisha now, their tobacco, and you mean the wash of it, etc., etc. Still a good smoke, still a good brand. But you have to understand, with them, they were the new age flavor. I mean, they were bombing when they first came out. That was like 05, 06. and that stuff started getting the shelves of all these local smoke shops. Of course, people were buying it. Back to Rose, Rose and Haze, I should say. This Rose is it's not as strong to the nose. The scent isn't as in my face as Al Fakher's is, and it, like he said, it's a little sweeter smelling than what Al Fakher's is as far as sweet to floral.
Yeah, it's a lot more subtle on the floral than Al Fakher's, but I'd have to say it does smell sweeter. Of course, I know I say this a lot. As soon as I opened it up, I knew I was going to buy it because it reminded me so much of Al Fakher's Rose with a hint of sweetness. And I was like, oh, I'm a huge fan of Al Fakher Rose. This has to be great. So I went ahead and bought it. It wasn't a big dent out of my wallet. Figured I'd give it a shot. And so far, I've been very pleased. I'd have to say it doesn't top Al Fakher Rose for me in terms of flavor because
that's our home run as far as this flavor goes. Is the Al Fakher.
But I'd have to say it's a very close second. It's got its own flavor hints that differentiate it from the Al Fakher Rose. For instance, the sweetness and the smell you can taste in the shisha itself. It's not as I guess overwhelming. Even though I wouldn't consider Al Fakher's overwhelming, I think it's just right. But it's not an overwhelming rose flavor. It's not too fragrant, not too floral. It's actually very subtly fragrant. In terms of like the perfumey, after lingering bitterness in the mouth, it doesn't really have that. But you definitely get the rose taste, which I enjoy, and I'm a fan of it now because of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a runner-up to Al Fakher, and we compare a lot of these like basic single flavor, not fancy stuff. We compare a lot of these Al Fakher because to us, in our experience and background of smoking it, they're doing it right and have been doing it right for years. Yes, they've changed recipes a little and certain things like double apple and stuff, but everyone has their own double apple. Just about every brand has an apple or a double apple, but that's off subject. Al Fakher does it right for a lot of fruit flavors. A fruit double apple, first of all. Their grape, watermelon, their orange, their lemon.
All of these fruit flavors are on point. We really haven't had an Al Fakher flavor that we weren't like.
And you go into it, you got to go into it, one, not adding things to your bowl. I mean, you go ahead and do that, but know what you're doing it with. And when you're putting something in your bowl, you're definitely going to change the taste of the shisha. And, you know, as I was saying with these basic flavors, we're using tap water. We're using cold tap water, and that's it. We don't add ice all the time. Sometimes we do, whatever.
We just want to experience the flavor, how it's supposed to be smoked.
And that's the best way to do it before you're going to go in and mix up things a little bit. But as we were saying, runner-up to Al Fakher's, and I know we keep comparing it, but that's been our home run. But this is really good stuff. Haze doesn't dry out really, really fast. We're using 3 coconeros. I even use 4 sometimes, and it's pretty moist and doesn't burn up real fast in that bowl. I haven't had an issue with it caking really bad or anything of that sort. Sometimes if I pack the bowl a little bit too much, yes, it will cake to the top of the tin foil, but any shisha is going to do that. Do you have anything else to add?
I think you pretty much covered it. We're going to go smoke some more. We're going to try out some different flavors that we bought, such as the Haze Peachella, if you haven't had it yet.
Yeah, we'll do a review on that next. Actually, we'll do that tonight. So look for similar outfits so you know we're legit.
Except Jay's going to be in this.
Yes, my younger brother's going to be in it.
I saw him just try to creep in the room, realize we were doing a review. Come on in, brother. Give us an opinion on the Rose. Haze Rose. We're doing a review. We smoked it earlier. Everybody, Jay, everybody.
Thoughts?
Yeah, go ahead and give us your thoughts.
I think that it's more potent than the other roses that I've had, but that's not a bad thing. I like it. It's like rose.
In his defense, he's not a huge fan of rose to begin with, so for him to be saying this, you know it's got to be a very decent flavor. I don't know why I love rose.
Yeah.
I'm sure you feel the same way. It's a classic. This guy.
I didn't know that's what
It's alright. But anyway, that's our thoughts. And off the subject of the brand Haze, it's still a hit or miss brand for me, and that is because we've only had maybe a handful of flavors. I hear good things, and as the local shop owner said, I mean, he goes to the conference every summer, however often they're called. They have them. He goes out to California, has the conferences. It was a toss-up actually between Haze and Social Smoke for him in terms of what he was going to bring back this year for this next year of product, and he's bringing more things in. But he came back and he had a shipment of Rose and he continues to stock it, and they're getting good reviews on it. So as far as that goes, yeah, look forward to more reviews from us. Hopefully we'll get off our ass and I'll become less lazy and actually update shit, because I don't do that. Damn, my eyes look so good. They look all blue and shit.
Alright,
Anyway.
so HookahBros, at you
Yep.
with another review.
We're
We're gonna blow
out.
you some clouds and we're gonna get out of your face.
Yeah.
So to everybody out there watching our dumb reviews that actually enjoy them, to you, I wish you a happy smoke.
Yes, and hookahpro.com. Check it out.